Built-in data types. Python comes with a variety of built-in data types. Some of the most commonly used ones are Boolean type, none type, numeric types consisting of int, float, and complex, sequence type consisting of string, list, and tuple, set types consisting of set and frozen set, mapping types consisting of the dictionary. Objects of these types can be created by making use of either literals or by making use of the respective class constructors. Objects of one type can also be converted into objects of another type. The Boolean type. A Boolean type is an immutable type and its value can either be true or false. Now, how do we create them? Objects of the Boolean type can be created by using the respective literal, that is true or false, or the class constructor bool boolean and with parenthesis. Let's try to do the first one. We have created some boolean equal to false and another boolean equal to true, trying to print the value and the type of the boolean values. When we run this, we get false and true, which are the respective values of the variables, and class bool, that is class boolean, for both of them. Let's try to create them using the constructor. So we create some boolean using bool function, which is the class constructor, trying to print the value and the type of that variable. When we run it, we get false and class boolean. This is because when we do not pass anything as an argument inside the bool function, it will give false. If we pass any argument, then it will depend whether the truth value of that object is true or false. Depending on the truth value, this variable will be assigned either true or false. Let's talk about truth values a little bit more in detail. Any Python object can be interpreted as true or false. There are some points which everyone needs to remember to find out the truth value of the objects. Every none type object has Boolean value false. The Boolean objects with value false will be interpreted as false. Objects of the numeric type having zero value will be interpreted as false. Objects of the sequence types which are empty, for example an empty string, empty list or empty tuple, will be interpreted as false. Objects of the set and mapping types which are empty, that is an empty set or an empty dictionary, will also be interpreted as false. All the other objects except these 5 points mentioned over here will be interpreted as true. Now let's talk about relational identity and logical operators. These operators work on Boolean data types, and in some cases the application of these operators will return the value either true or false. First, we'll talk about relational operators. This is a table having all the relational operators which can be used in Python. The first is a double equal to operator, which will return true if both the operands are equal. The second is just the complementary. It will return true if both the operands are not equal. The second operator, that is not equal to and double equal to, both compare the values of the object. Then we have greater than, lesser than, greater than equal to and lesser than equal to, which compare the value of the left and right operand and return true or false depending on which of the condition is true. Then we have identity operators. Now these are only two operators. The first is, the second is not. The is operator evaluates to true if the names on either side of the operator point to the same object. That means the ID of both the objects should be same. In this case, as we have also seen an example, these are lists having the same values but different IDs. The is not operator is a complementary of the is operator. If the IDs are different, it will return true. If the IDs are same, it will return false. There are three logical operators, which is AND, or and not. If both the operands are true, then the condition becomes true. If any of the two operands are true, then the final output becomes true when we talk about OR operator. The NOT operator will only have a single operand and it will convert the logical state of the operand to its reverse. This means if we are writing print A and B, then A and B both should be true for the final output to be true. If we are writing print A or B, then either of these two should be true for giving value true. If we are writing not of A and B, so if A and B was false and we are writing not false, then it will give true. Now let's talk about decision constructs. So sometimes in a program, we need branching, and that branching depends on some condition. Now these conditions will control the execution of the program and are hence called decision constructs. These are if, elif and else. Similar to other programming languages, Python uses if, elif and else for controlling the flow of the program. The general format is given over here. The expression 1 and expression 2 over here should evaluate to some Boolean type, that is either true or false. If the expression 1 evaluates to true, the statements in the if block will be executed. Otherwise, it will go and check for expression 2. If expression 2 is returning Boolean value true, then over here this block will be executed. If this is also false, the final default, that is else block, will be executed. Remember that the elif block is optional. There could be multiple elif blocks sandwiched between if and else blocks, as well as there could be no elif blocks and only if and else block. Similarly, if you are using if and else only, in that case also else is optional. So only if can also be used. Let's see a very simple code for understanding this. Let's say we have asked the user to enter any character and we are taking it using the input function. If the user input is equal to the character A, then it will be printed that you have entered A. Otherwise, if the input is B, then it will print that you have entered B. Otherwise, it will print no idea. When we run this, and let's say the user entered B, so this first condition will be false. It will go into the elif block and this condition will be true and it will print you have entered B, just like over here. In another case we are running and it is saying option D has been inputted, then in that case both the conditions will be false and it will print the else block, that is no idea. Let's take another example. Let's take fish is equal to this string. If fish print found a fish, then we are printing fish is equal to a blank, that is an empty statement. If not fish, print no luck today. Now what is this? Let's try to run and understand. So the output is this. This means that first case fish is equal to some value. It is not empty. So the truth value will be true. If true means you have to go inside the if block and print found a fish. So it is printing. Then fish is equal to an empty string. We know that an empty value is the truth value false. So if not fish means this is false. So not false means true. So if true, we are going to go inside and we are also going to print no luck today. So this is how the decision constructs work. They evaluate the truth value of the expression and depending on the truth value, the blocks will be executed. The none type. Objects of none type are equivalent to null in other programming languages. The value of none type objects is considered to be undefined and they are used to represent something which is not defined. For example, any function in Python which does not have a defined return type returns a none type object. None type objects can be created by making use of the none literal, which is a keyword. The example below creates a none type object, prints its value and its type. When we run it, we get value as none and the type as class none type.